Welcome to Thursday, the 24th day of October, 2024. The Stay With Her podcast brought to you by Converse County Tourism. Douglas and Glen Rock, Wyoming are bustling with action this holiday season. Plan your excursion, including fun activities, beautiful downtowns, and historic treasures. Learn more at conversecountytourism.com. Well, we're going to have a little system today. Some of you, especially in western Wyoming and eastern Idaho, southern Montana, having some showers of rain and snow overnight, a little bit of snow in the mountains. That system will make those areas a little damp today, while wind will be hitting the I-80 corridor and the eastern plains, as winds won't last long, but there'll be a brief period where they're going to be strong and gusty as this wave goes through. Behind the wave, it is going to be a little bit cooler tonight and tomorrow. Some areas of light frost tonight in some locations. Then pretty nice weather Friday through Sunday. So for high school football Friday, for anybody going to college football Saturday, the weather's going to be good. It may be a little on the breezy side this weekend, but temperatures will be above average and it will be dry. A stronger system is still on tap. This strong system will hit the Pacific Northwest late Sunday, and as early as late Monday and Monday night, rain and snow will break out along and west of the Continental Divide. Then overnight, Monday, Tuesday, into Wednesday, it'll spill east of the Divide. Much colder temperatures and rain and snow is coming with that first system. What's going to happen with that first system, we're pretty confident about. The second system coming in behind it, that'll be a pretty potent little system as well, but we just don't know exactly on its path. There's some disagreement on where it will go and when exactly will it come in. It may wait till Thursday night or Halloween night late, or it may come a little bit earlier or a little bit later. So we're not really sure of the timing of the second one, so stay tuned. Nice shots of clouds and sunrises and sunsets here lately across the west. We'll have a lot more in the way of cloudiness across the region today, though, and there it is. That little storm system is working its way through. It's not very large on a geographic scale. It's not very potent, but it is bringing a little bit of weather, especially where you see these more puffy clouds here. That's where the showers are, and you can really see that on radar. If we were to step back, though, and take a bigger view of the globe and go a little bit out into the Pacific, well, things are a bit more busy out there. You can see a stronger low off the coast of Northern California spinning around here. We're seeing the high cirrus clouds that you're going to get with that strengthening jet stream wind we showed you yesterday. More activity here northeast of Hawaii. So the Pacific is starting to get stirred up, is the point there with that satellite image. So there's today's small little wave zipping on through. Again, on a geographic scale, not very impressive. But radar this morning is showing snow up here in the higher Bighorn Mountains. Wyoming's northwest mountains and valleys overnight getting some showers, and some showers still trailing behind this system back over eastern Idaho. This is mainly a mountain event, but some of you across the lower elevations may have some early showers. But the wind along the southern trail of the system, remember, when lows are north of you, south of you, you're going to get the wind, and that's what's going to happen. So northeastern Colorado, the I-80 corridor of Wyoming, parts of Nebraska, eastern Montana, western Dakotas, into Kansas, you're going to be a little bit on the windy side today. Strong winds right along and east of the Continental Divide into Colorado's higher elevations there. As we go into the weekend, this is for Sunday. So this map hasn't changed at all. Southwest flow is going to be bringing up some warmer air out of the deserts right into the western high plains and keeping temperatures warm. A little bit of a Chinooking effect as well will make it even warmer and drier. But this system is getting a kick from this high building in. So it's going to slide in. And as it does so, things change. But if you look at the temperature anomalies, this is how warm it's going to be this weekend. Saturday, warm across the west and many areas of the U.S. Sunday gets even warmer. But as we get into late Monday night into Tuesday, that low makes a bigger push. So this is by noon Mountain Time on Tuesday. The low is just northwest of Salt Lake. The stronger cold front is going to be right here, pushing through by then. Here's the next wave coming in behind it. So there's going to be, along the axis of this trough, a good amount of rain and snow getting pushed into the region. Temperatures by Monday, well, this is by noon Monday. So by noon Monday, there's your front. So it's going to be really during the day Monday, west of the divide, you're going to feel it. The warmer air gets pushed out into the north central plains, south central plains. By Tuesday noon, the cold air overspreads and starts to get over the Continental Divide out on the eastern plains. And you can see that sharp contrast right there across Nebraska into the Corn Belt between the warmer air and the colder air coming in from the northwest. This is by noon Wednesday. So the cold overspreads. Temperatures go well below average there on the 30th of October. Going to be pretty cold across the west as that system comes on in. Certainly a lot colder than it's been. This is by noon Wednesday. The first trough is coming through. The second one wants to come in behind it. The trick with the second wave is it could do two things. It could take a track further south coming in like this. And it could also come in more like this. So this far out, we are in disagreement, and that is typical. There's a lot of jet stream energy back here. So there is some indication that it's going to take more of a southerly track, but some of the models want it to go more north now with the model runs that came in last night. So let's wait and see. We don't want to commit to the timing intensity of this second storm yet. So this one, we've got it queued up. We'll see what happens. Let's take care of storm number one first, which is going to be that late Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. But we do have some other weather coming in behind it. It's just going to be a matter of intensity and how much it's going to bring the cold and how much it's going to bring more rain and snow chances to the region. But we do have two systems in queue for next week. These are the temperatures by Halloween Thursday. So the cold is settling in. Still out into the plains of the Dakotas and Nebraska, though, it's still relatively warm, although that colder air will spill eastward late Thursday night into Friday, getting more out into the plains. But you can see the cold wants to be more in the Rockies and areas along and west of the divide and right on to the adjacent plains for Halloween. Now, this is for display purposes only. Don't fall in love with the precipitation maps yet. It's early for that, but I just want to give you a basic overview. So don't look at these maps for specifics. Don't do that yet. Models are tools, not reality. What you want to do is just look at what the trend is. What the trend is, I just showed you with temperatures, much colder. The trend with precipitation is, well, there are good chances for precipitation. But whether or not you get a lot or a little, we're too far out for that. But this pattern historically should develop something like what you're seeing on the map here, where you see the blues and the yellows in particular is where the precipitation may be heavier. But keep in mind, this will be adjusted. There will be some fluctuations in the modeling between now and then. So this just is to give you a basic idea of precipitation chances with the first system coming in and the second system after that. So this would be the liquid version of the precipitation, and you can see the snow is quite impressive with those colder temperatures coming on in. So certainly if you're a hunter in the high country of the West, next week you've got a lot of winter weather coming. Some areas across the plains as well. But you have to wait till we get a little bit closer before you take any of this to heart yet. But nonetheless, we're going to keep an eye on things, and we finally have a lot more active weather to talk about as we head into next week. Wanted to show you this. If you watched my winter outlook, I showed you these same maps where we look at the December, January, February period, basically the heart of winter. When we looked at the winter outlook, we were showing you that there was a propensity this winter for high pressure to want to build in this part of the North Pacific, which causes the jet stream to make a pattern like this. And when the jet stream is like that, that opens the door to a lot of very cold air to come into North America, hence the cold winter forecast that we were talking about. Now, this is the updated modeling from what I showed you with the winter outlook. And probably around November 5th or 6th or so, we'll have all of this new data sets to show you. But I want to show you that the consistency is still there. This is the Canadian model, is showing that same area. So is the European model. Now, the European model colors scheme's a little bit different. But both of the long-range models that we put some trust to are showing the same thing. The climate forecast system is also showing the propensity for the high to be like this and the jet stream to be like this during the coldest months of the year. So basically what I'm showing you here is that despite the very warm, dry fall, that's not a proxy for a warm, dry winter as it's looking right now. Have yourself a good Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow.